soon as I spoke about things that I see, it was like one of the answers was, well, that's because white people did this and you don't understand because they did this, and that's why black people do this and you can't speak on it because you're not black.
The preemptive cloak of victimhood is giving me fatigue. Like, I think that's very exhausting. I'm fatigued with that.
I'm fatigued further with the attitude. You see, she's so polite. Attitude from the black
girl. I think
she's not even giving you attitude, and Pretty can definitely give some attitude.
I mean, because I was rudely interrupted, it's okay. I did it too. The attitude. Chill out.
The phrase Black fatigue was originally coined in 2020 by Mary Frances Winters, a Black author from New York. She was inspired to explore the concept after hearing the same phrase come up again and again from Black millennials. "I'm tired," they kept on saying. The exhaustion wasn't just physical. It ran deep, tied to emotion, history, and identity. In her book, Black Fatigue, How Racism Erodes the Mind, Body, and Spirit, she explains that the original meaning of the term was about the centuries-long toll of the systematic racism passed down through generations. Now, that was the original definition, but now the term has taken on a completely new meaning.
Now to Black fatigue, it has recently been turned into a feeling that some white and Black people have who say they are damn tired of foolishness of some Black people.
It is a completely behavior-based issue. And when white people, Black people, Hispanic people are saying we have Black fatigue because of the behavior of some Black people, we've all seen it. We all know what it is. It's everywhere.
I don't know what to say. I mean, I just want to be honest. Like, every single time that we have this type of conversation, I can't speak honestly. I can't, because every time I speak, I get told to shut up. I'm not Black. I don't understand why they do the things that they do. If I speak on my observations, I'm seen as hateful. If I speak on pattern recognition, I'm seen as hateful or racist. I don't think that this is a proper panel for me to speak on those options, on those topics. I would love to, but every time that I want to bring out a problem or an issue, it turns into something that is not fruitful. I didn't know what the topic was before I came on, JR. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you can speak on it.
No, we did this last time.
Really? We made it
last time. No, I mean, we did this last time. I mean, I can't. I mean, I don't even want to speak on it because
I would like to know what would you say is one of the problems that you observe, Amira? If you're saying there's a problem.
True, you weren't here the last time, or maybe you were. We talked about it briefly, and all I did was speak about what we see. And then as soon as I spoke about things that I see, it was like one of the answers was, well, that's because white people did this, and you don't understand because they did this, and that's why Black people do this, and you can't speak on it because you're not Black, so you don't know. So I don't.
The preemptive cloak of victimhood is giving me fatigue. Like, I think that's very exhausting. I'm fatigued with that.
I'm fatigued further with the attitude. You see, she's so polite. Attitude from the black
girl. I think
she's not even giving you attitude, and Pretty can definitely give some attitude, and she ain't even giving it to you. But the fact that you're talking while they're talking, while the fact that you have an average, I could kill you easily with the stats and history, because this is the thing about that's knowing me about you, because we all know that Black people have a lot of issues. We're from the hood. I'm from Newark, New Jersey. I live
about it.
Can I finish talking, please? This is you're expressing why we're upset, because the fact that you think that you're a white woman with 2 million subscribers coming to a Black channel, you think that we're supposed to bow to you as you think that you're the face of intelligence on this panel, but you're not. We're gonna let you talk, sweetheart. Just wait. So what I'm saying is, white folks, we all know Black people have a lot of issues. It's given. I grew up in the inner city. I've seen the dangers of gangs. I've seen the drama of single parent households. It's not nothing to be proud of. It's terrible. But everything has a chronological order. And one thing about being an American, America loves and values and cherishes history. This country values history. They remind you all the time about the Civil War. They remind you all the time about the Gettysburg Address. They remind you all the time about how this country was founded and how the great forefathers of the past, all cultures venerate their history. So let's not pretend that history has no place on the current time. There's a difference between making excuses and saying how things came about. You build the house, you build your foundation, then you build the walls. It's a chronological order, then you have a house. Black people in this country have been attacked when they behave their best. So for you to make claims as if our behavior is a direct correlation with how we're treated by Europeans, there's no precedence for that, because we have proof that when we did behave a certain way, when we did carry ourselves at the highest levels of civility, we were just not disagreed with, not ostracized, murdered. So if we were murdered when we behaved at our best, that's evidence that our behavior is not what dictates the negative response from Europeans. But you want to talk about numbers, so I'm gonna read some to you.
Hey, you gotta wrap it up.
I just want to read this real quick, JR. These, because she loved to bring up numbers. These are stats from sexual abuse offenses. 93.5% of individuals sentenced for sexual abusers were men. 55.1% were white. 15.2% were Hispanic, 13.9% were Black, 13% were Native American, and 2.8% were other races. 67% of individual cases involving production of child pornography were white. 55%. Hold on, sweetheart.
You've been talking forever.
55.6% of individual cases involving travel for prohibited sexual contact were white. 60.5% of individual cases involved in criminal abuse were Native American. 85% of individual cases involving statutory rape.
We gotta wrap it up, Ella.
I'm just saying, you get the gist of it, because I got information.
I'll just say the difference.
But it's not about being racist.
Ella.
All right, go ahead.
Ella, all
you can do is laugh. I ain't lying.
The difference. Yeah, see, that's again.
Pearl, 30 seconds. Pearl, 30 seconds.
White people don't get offended by laughing and smiling. That's just basic respect, decorum, politeness.
I'm not offended by it.
No, y'all definitely get offended when you hear.
That's actually micro. That's
actually
hold on,
Let it go. Let Pearl get up 30 seconds. And
the second thing is, I think as an adult, you are responsible for your behavior. So I wouldn't blame that on history. I would blame it on your poor life choices if you're somebody that's made a poor life choice. And because I was rudely interrupted, it's okay. I did it too. The attitude. Chill out.
Hey, Ella, let her finish so we can go to get the ball. Ella, just mute up, Ella.
That's all right. He could go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, Bo. Never get cool in there.
Yeah. You ain't running shit.
Okay, great. Good God. So now I forgot the question. Oh, how do I feel about the word black fatigue? So when I hear it, I just hear literally my entire existence. It's being the safe, light skin that's got to hear, you ain't like them other ones. You don't speak like them other ones. You don't act like them other ones. And I'm just like, that's what I hear when I think about black fatigue. I am tired of them skating by and not taking accountability for the fact that they don't have to know anything about racism, the structure of it, how we have to live our lives going through it. They're not required to know it. So then they're like a bull in a china shop every single day, going through life, just knocking people over at free will whenever they get a chance, and not having to apologize about it, yet still playing the victim, because don't get mad because I done came in here and knocked all this shit over. You just got to deal with it. So now you got an attitude, and I'm gonna call out your attitude for something that I created. And I personally call that the white woman syndrome, where they create the problems and then cry about what they did. and the reaction to it. But the internalized oppression that Black people have, they hate what they've been told to hate. They buy into the stereotypes that white people said. So that's kind of what has me tired as well. And that is what I think of when I think about Black fatigue. It is having to be responsible for someone else's creation. Like having to pay for something that someone else did. Being responsible your entire existence, generation after generation. That's what I think of.
Yeah. So, I mean, one, I would say the term Black fatigue, I remember when I first heard it, this was some years ago. It is a term that was, psyoped by white conservatives, just like the word woke. Black people use that term as far as, oh, man, you woke, man. You know about history, you know about Black history, you know about these things. So truthfully, if we're being honest, the term has been psyoped by white conservatives, and it's the far right white conservatives, if we're being truthfully honest. And they have an agenda. The agenda is what I truly think the agenda is. I think it's a complete psyop, because if it's a thing that Black fatigue is real, white fatigue is real, Puerto Rican fatigue is real, all the fatigues is real. Mexican fatigue is real. Oh, y'all niggas crossing the border? God dang, stop crossing the border. Put the borders up. Why isn't Trump saying Mexican fatigue? Right? So truthfully, I think it's a psyop, and a lot of the whites have been psyoped by, things that's being trendy on the media right now. Like they'll see a video on X and it's a Black woman acting ratchet, which I don't condone this behavior. I think it's immoral. I think it makes the community look bad, right? So we have to be honest about those things too that we do see on the media. But I do think that it's a clear psyop. But let's peel the layer back to this. Why is this happening? Why is the white community on the right? And I would say that I'm a fairly conservative guy. I voted for Trump, if anyone doesn't watch my content, but I'm just being open and honest here from what I see, right? But I think it's also a side effect of white guilt. Let's speak about white guilt for a little bit. What is white guilt? White guilt is it's dumb. Like, how did this even come about? Like, white people shouldn't feel guilty for what their ancestors done in the past. There's no Black guilt. Like, think about this. Like, how did a particular community, I would say, just be honest, the Jewish community, I would say more of not them. What'd you say? I gotta.
Yeah, that J word, just that.
Yeah. Well, we won't stick with the J word, but let's say let's give them another word. Let's just say it's AIPAC, Israel, those type of individuals. Right. I think it was a psyop, and if you think about it, they truly had to psyop the whites and also psyop the Blacks as well, because they wanted to seem like a victim class. So they made then the Black people seem like a victim class as well. And that's what created this white guilt, right? So I think it's a side effect of white guilt, and these white people feel ashamed of, like, think about it, when these white people are kneeling down to these Black Hebrew Israelites for all of the sins that their ancestors committed. I think maybe you've seen some clips like that. It's very stupid where you see this. It's pitiful almost. But I think that, I'll land my plane in a second. I think that the people that have the white guilt, it turned into rage. It flipped and it turned into a rage guilt. So then it went from, when they finally got the truth, and the curtains was peeled back, it's like, wait, we were lied to. We don't need to feel ashamed about what our ancestors did in the past. So now they're like noticing every flaw within the Black community. They're noticing it all. It's like, wait, I had to feel white guilt before, but these Black people are acting wild over there. What's going on? Black fatigue. So I think it's like this rage guilt that's coming out of the white community, right? Now, these are just all my thoughts on this randomly. I wasn't really prepared for this conversation, but I'll go ahead and land my plane there since the time ran out.